Namaste everybody. It's me, NPABSAN your English teacher. Welcome back you in lesson 5 of class 5, grammar topic. Right? So in my previous lesson, I taught you the present tense and its aspect, co-aspect. So today I am going to teach you the past tense and its co-aspect. Okay? Simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. These are the aspects. Okay? So in my beginning class as well, I have been teaching you, okay, that the tense, present, simple present tense, and the overall tenses at the same time also. So this time, basically, I will be dealing with only the correct use of the past tense, different aspect of the past tense, right? Okay, my dear student. So can you please create some sentences of the past tense yourself, very first, before I begin it? Okay, of course you can. So, I went to the temple. I went to temple, right? But I said I went to the temple. I use adjective the. It means what? Yeah, I just went to the temple for the purpose of visiting to meet my friend. I went to the temple. Now I'm just teaching article as well. I just want to remind the context. I went to temple. Yeah, it means what? I just went to temple to worship the God and goddesses, right? So that this is the difference between the and without the article, right? So these two sentences are the example of what? Simple past tense. Another past continuous. I was going to the temple, or I was going to temple. Yeah, at the time, at the certain time in the past, okay? Certain time in the past. This is the present time. In the past, certain time in the past. At the time I was just going to the temple. Yeah, I was going to the temple, right? Certain time in the past. They were going to temple. They were writing a letter. They were visiting a new places. Action or event done before the present time or at a specific time in the past. And at the time, the speaker, the person, the people, okay, or they were doing work, some work, okay, is just actual example. Okay, you were learning present tense before. You were learning present tense. This is the right example for you. You are writing many sentences of present tense. You are writing correct verb in the bracket under present tense just before this lesson. Okay. Now, okay. Next one, past perfect. I had gone to temple. You had learned many lessons. Okay. You had learned many lessons. I had taught you the lesson. So like this, I have example of the past perfect. And the last but not least is what? Next one is what? Past perfect continuous tense. Right? Can you please create one sentence of the past perfect continuous yourself? Because already I taught you the lesson from the tense from when I taught the entire tense at the same time. Okay, yeah, past perfect continuous. Okay. Ramesh, speaker, subject Ramesh. Ramesh had been going to the market. You got it? Yeah. Ramesh had been going to the market. Other example, I had been visiting my relatives. Next one, you had been playing basketball. You had been playing chess. Do you like playing chess? Absolutely. Everybody he likes playing with that's the game. Right? I had been putting tika on my forehead by my seniors once. Yeah. Another, I had been dancing, I had been playing, I had been eating, I had been shouting, I had been jogging, I had been displaying, I had been reading book, I had been teasing you, I had been talking to you. These are the different examples of what? Past perfect continuous tense. My dear students, you might have got more idea on it. Right? So that you must be able to find out such different sentences on the basis of the past tense and on the basis of the four aspects of each tense. Right? Okay, my dear student. So this time also, I'm just going to give you chance to listen a song. So please, let's have a listen a song and we watch on the screen as well. There you will be watching on different many example sentences on the basis of the song. Okay, please. Here we go.
Where had I been? She asked why I was late. That's what she said, didn't hesitate. I was getting irritated, I was feeling irate. I was late cause I'd been getting her birthday cake. I shopped, I was shopping, I had shopped, I'd been shopping.
Okay, student, now you can just see the lyrics given here of that song also, okay? I shopped is the example of simple present, simple past tense, and then I was shopping is the example of what? Past continuous tense, and then I had shopped is the example of what? Past perfect tense, and then I had been shopping is the example of what? Past perfect continuous tense. I already told you that. Okay, now let's continue to listen such song.
For a birthday cake, I looked, I was looking, I had looked, I'd been looking. For a birthday cake, I bought, I was buying, I had bought, I'd been buying. A birthday cake. Where had I been? She asked why I was late.
Where had I been, okay? Where had I been? She asked me why I was late. Where had I been? Okay, you were just doing it here. Okay, she asked why I was late. She asked, and then
that's what she said, didn't hesitate. I was getting irritated.
Yeah, the speaker was getting irritated here, okay, because of that white question, why you were late, okay, where had you been, okay, after that question, the speaker felt what? Irritated, okay, please.
I was feeling irate.
I was feeling irate here. Irate is very angry, okay? The speaker was feeling very angry, irate.
I was late cause I'd been getting her birthday cake. I was late cause I'd been getting her birthday cake.
Yes, that entire song just deals with the past tense and its four aspects, right? Okay? So speaker was asked a question why, where he had been, okay, where he had gone, and why he was late to be somewhere else. Then the speaker was telling different evidence, different sentences to give the logic, okay, to be late in some event or in somewhere else, right? So that from different four example you might have understood the past tense better, right? Okay, my dear student, let me take you to the next slide to study the past tense in detail today. So you are very familiar with the four example of four aspects of the past tense, okay? So simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous, right? So you're very clear from that song as well, okay? And even you are familiar with the native speaker pronunciation, right? Okay, so let's get started very first from what way? From past simple, or even you can say simple past, right? Okay, my dear student, as we have done before in our previous lesson, okay, as well, here also we are going to deal with, okay, with the same, okay, simple past tense, okay, its usage is what? completed at a specific time in the past, right? You have completed, people have completed the action, okay, at a specific time in the past. So you can find time adverb, okay, time, past time indicator, okay, just like what? Yesterday, last week, last month, last year, like this. And even time indicator, many the in 2015, and other date might be given, day might be given, any time given, or the time given, starting time given, okay, and the time adverb. Then example, Neha wrote a book last year. When did Neha write a book? Neha wrote a book last year is the time adverb, okay. So we use verb 2, okay, or simple past tense structure. Already you studied, but you can see, okay, here also subject plus verb 2 plus object. Okay, now let's come to the next, the past continuous tense. Its usage is what? Action that were in progress at a moment in the past time. Okay. So in the past time, this is the past area. The action, the action was going on. Where? In the past time. Okay. Going on. Action was going on at the moment in the past. Specific time might be given in the past, and at the time the action that was going on, not finished. For example, I was learning. What tense? Present tense. I was learning present tense. You can see just before starting this one, you were learning what tense? What tense you were learning? Present tense. Okay, going on. At the time, your action was what? Going on. I was visiting many places. I was talking to you. They were playing. They were running. Okay, like this. You can make many other examples. Action that were in progress at the moment in the past. In the past, specific time, the action had not been completed. It was in progress, in the continuous movement, right? Started already, and it was going on, not finished it, right? It was in motion. Right? Action was in motion. In such situation, we have to use what? What tense? Past continuous tense or past progressive tense as well. Okay, my dear students, now let's have a look here under the time when it comes to the past continuous. Generally, it comes with all yesterday. Okay, all yesterday. It means it was raining all yesterday. Yeah, it was raining all yesterday. They were fighting all yesterday. They were swimming all yesterday. They were eating all yesterday. They were dancing all yesterday. Like this, okay, with all yesterday. Okay, you have to notice all yesterday. Okay, all plus the past indicator given time given on that time the action was going on. Okay, so remember in the exam also you have to notice such that the time involved, and then on the basis of that you have to supply the correct form of the verb in exam to give you better marks, right? Okay, my dear student, here now we have example of the past continuous. You can see here on the screen. What do you see here? Can you read it out? Yeah, please read it loudly, please, my student. Yes? Yeah, she was cooking. Yeah, she was cooking food all yesterday. Yeah, whole day she was cooking food. Right? And next one, structure, very easy. In our previous class, you were able to make structure, create structure yourself from example sentences, right? Okay, even you can just see this one for your reminder. Okay, my student, now let me teach you here past perfect tense. In what situation we use past perfect tense? See the uses of past perfect. Action that happened before a certain time in the past Okay, action that happened before the certain time in the past. Okay, so that action, okay, that might be, okay, the action. You can see here the past time. Before, this is the past, present time. This is the past time. This is future times. Here, at any specific time, okay, the action what is given here had happened before certain time. Before this certain time, the action already completed here. Action completed. At present time, no effect, no result left. Right? So, up to this time, maybe the action had completed. Okay? And by the time above, I'm taking to you the time above of this one. Okay? You have to notice them, you have to write down them all. By the time, if there is by the time, when, before, after, ago, and even the dates, okay, like this. Okay? If you find, generally we use what? Past perfect tense. For example, he had visited London in 2012. Okay, so you can see that on that date, in that date, the speaker had visited where? London. So this is the time, if the time it comes, and structure you can see there subject plus head plus past participle from the verb with what? With verb for ing form of the with that. Object. Verb 3 past participle form is verb 3 and object. Okay. So never forget such structure as well. Okay. The action already finished action. No relation in the present time. Okay. This is the past of past also. Okay. Past of past. Okay. Already past. The activity is now no effect to remain at present time. Okay, my dear student. Now let's have a look here. The last but not least. This is what? Past, look at here, past perfect continuous tense, right? Okay, past perfect continuous tense. Action, its use is now here. Action that was going on before another past event. Action that was going on before another past event, two event took place in the past time. Very first action that was going on before another past event. Okay? It means when I just was coming here, my students are inside the classroom. Yeah? And just I'm teaching you this right now here. Okay? So if somebody come here and knock the door, and he may say that, he or she may say that, when I knock the door, students were reading books. Students were reading what? Students had been reading what? Students had been reading grammar book. Okay, my dear student. Okay, now just look at the time above of this one. Since plus point of time. Okay. Since plus point of time, even for plus period of time applied here as well as we have done in present perfect continuous also. We can use the same here in the past perfect continuous also. Okay, for example, I had been studying in this school since 2015, etc. Okay, so. Or I had been studying in this school for 5 years, right? In this school. Now, example sentence: Nimesh had been living in India since 1995. There's given what? Since plus point of time given. Okay. Okay. Then you can see the structure: subject plus had been plus verb form plus object. Okay. So verb form is here what? Present participle form or ing form of the verb. Okay, my dear student, just today I taught you with the entire past tense with its aspect that simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous tense, right? Okay, my dear student, now just I am going to give you some practice question for you here, right? So on the basis of such practice question, then I will find out how much you understand the lesson, or even you can realize, you can just evaluate yourself how much you have understood the lesson. Okay, so now supply the correct form of the verbs given in the brackets. Okay, on the basis of our previous just whatever I told you just before. Okay, so on the basis of that, there's some question given to you. So okay, so hopefully I think you will write the correct answer. You will supply the correct verb. Okay, so in these 6 sentences, right? Okay, number 1. Let's have a look. The teacher danced market yesterday. The verb in bracket is what? Go. So answer, I think already you have made a guess, okay, because already I told that there is yesterday, this is the time indicator of the past, so that this is the recent past activities also, so that, my dear student, the answer is what? The teacher danced market yesterday. Of course, go will be what? Go change into went. Okay, so if you type the answer, W-E-N-T, went. Okay, so this is the answer. The teacher went to the market. Better to write went to. Okay, went to the market. Went to market yesterday. Okay. Now number 2. He just all yesterday teach. Okay. So what I told you before, if there comes all plus the time. Okay, the recent past. Okay, indicated past and verb. He just all yesterday. So the bracket verb says into what? Okay, so he danced all yesterday. He, okay, we should change into past continuous tense, so that we have to write here what? He taught, he was teaching all yesterday. Okay, let me write it down, please. He was teaching. Teaching, teaching. He was teaching all yesterday, right? He was teaching all yesterday. Now number 3, Himal danced India in 2018. Okay, the bracket verb is visit. So which aspect of the past tense you are going to apply here? Then how? India in 2018. So date given there, done in the past time. So obviously write past perfect tense. So Himal had visited. Okay, Himal had visited. The visit becomes what? Visited. V-I-S-I-T-E-D. Visited. He had visited. Okay, my dear student, now let's have a look. Number 4. Someone danced me while I was having meal. Yeah. While this action was happening, what happened here? Okay, in that case we have to use which tense? Bracket verb is what? C-L call. So that someone called. Simple past tense. C-A-L-L-E-D. Someone called. Someone called me while I was having meal. And number 5, Neha danced 5 years ago. Alright? 5 years ago, this is the past action. 5 years ago, okay, this is the time indicator, time and verb of the past and verb. So that we should write here, Neha had arrived. Past had arrived. A-R-R-I-V-E-D. Alright. Had arrived. Okay, now number 6. She dashed her finger while cutting grass. Oh, she dashed her finger while cutting grass. Okay, that is what? Cut is the bracket verb. So that she. Okay, so that while cutting grass, while this action happening, what happening? What happened? Cutting. She cut her hand. So that we use simple past tense. She cut. She cut her finger while cutting grass. Okay. So these are the answer that I hope that you also can write the correct answer. So I request you all, my dear student, please go through the exercise given in your book, grammar book. Please do the exercise from there in your grammar note copy, and please, if you have any doubt, consult with your concerned teacher in your school. Okay, hopefully you have understood the lesson, my dear student. Okay, the time is running out, so this much for today. Have a nice time ahead. Thank you.